Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. Now this is Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Leo and Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, here we go. This is a general reading for fire signs. If this resonates with you fire signs, take what does, leave what doesn't. Now the overview is to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay? What other message here for Sagittarius that I need to know? Oops. Whoa. Playfulness, and some of you are calling in your soulmate here. Playfulness recaptures romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And for some of you, yeah, you're definitely calling your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation and visualization will help bring you together. So let's see these cards. Right. So fire signs, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. Let's see what other message is coming out for you now. Alright, I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle, Love Oracle. This is for Sagittarius. Ooh, wow, that looks quick. Okay, you have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow your guidance there. Okay. And for somebody here, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right here. Sagittarius, you're coming up pretty strong in this fire sign reading, okay? So fire signs, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what you feel is right. Okay, put that there. Let's see, mix back a bit. The message wants to come in quickly, and feel someone's impatient. Somebody's suffering with some form of anxiety though, I'm hearing. Let's see what the center of the issue is here for you here, fire signs. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Virgo, and you've got passion, okay? So for some of you, there could be some insane chemistry between you, but at the same time, it's very argumentative, okay? What's going on here, right? Especially with the Tower here reversed. Some of you are trying to avoid the Tower moment for some of you, okay? And somebody here is feeling betrayed, isolating themselves. They're feeling lonely. They could be disguising and pretending everything's okay though, okay? But somebody definitely is concealing that their feelings regarding a Tower moment, or trying to avoid one, okay? They're trying to not to get angry or to cause waves or stay in a situation and they're not happy. Somebody needs to go within. And like it says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right here, okay, fire signs? Okay, because some of you are manifesting right now, and you need to trust your heart, okay? Because you've got the Tower here, and it's come out reverse, okay? For some of you right now, it's about change, okay? For some of you, this is the time to kind of roll with the changes, okay? Because manifesting miracles, your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance here, because it's like trust your gut feeling, trust your intuition here. It's trying to tell you and lead you to something much more better for you, okay? But I'm hearing for some of you though, if it's not you and you're dealing with a Virgo or Scorpio, or you may have this in the chart, okay? Somebody could be holding on too tightly to things or people, and this could kind of create some serious difficulties for you here, or for your loved ones. It's either they're holding on to you or you're holding on to them, okay? And for some of you, or this particular person, okay, somebody you counted on being there for you may no longer be there for you in quite the same way here, fire signs, okay? But some of you need to try not to kind of overthink this. It doesn't actually have to kind of indicate a major change in your life, okay? Or it will be a bad change in your life. It's just some change, okay? So, but some of you need to stay mindful of the reality that either already have or can get all the resources you need to deal with life and to do what you need to do, okay? Because some of you are trusting your heart, okay? And you need to continue following its guidance, okay? Well, if it's not you, then it could be people around you may be unusually stressed and argumentative, okay? And it could be some form of misunderstanding. And it seems like it's going to happen a lot, okay? But for some of you, as I'm hearing, it's important that you don't take these personally, okay? See Scorpio, Virgo here. Oh, they may have both in the chart, like I said, okay? And try, yes, to don't get involved in any form of conflict unnecessarily, okay? Or let your ego take over, okay? If it's vice versa. Some of you, though, you need to think before you speak, or this person needs to think before they speak, you know? Because for some of you right now, though, your relationship seems to be very intense, okay? Seems like your relationship might need more work, especially on communication here, because for some of you right now, with the Tower here reversed like this, okay, trying to avoid or this person who feels betrayed, okay, and isolating themselves, okay, may need to open up and communicate. And some of you need to think positive, okay, and don't focus on changing your partner, because when somebody shows you who they are, believe them, okay? And some of you need to consider how you're contributing to the situation and which ways you can improve your own part of the relationship, okay? Some of you just need to take one step at a time and don't lose your cool, I'm hearing, because all this passion, somebody here, it's not all about having sex, okay? Some of you, it could be because somebody betrayed you through having sex, okay, with somebody else. Some of you still, I'm hearing, don't take no risky, no risk in anything. Don't gamble, okay? Or invest in anything, or invest in anyone right now. Because some of you could be going through some financial difficulty right now. But don't try and avoid anything right now to do with actually having to pay any bills or anything. Don't try and avoid the issue here. You need to kind of deal with any problems in a straightforward manner, okay? And if some of you are, I'm hearing that some of you may need help figuring things out financially, okay? And you probably would want to ask somebody for their advice on something, but do not seem to be around for you to ask them, or they're inconsistent or unreliable, I'm hearing, okay? And it's causing a lot of arguments, okay? do here, be careful with your driving, okay? Or somebody needs to be careful when they're driving. Don't drink and drive, or any form of equipment like mowing a lawn or anything else like that, okay? Because some of you need to be grounded. Some of you are a bit unsteady on your feet, okay? Or you could put your foot down on the wrong stick, you know what I mean? Pedal, sorry. Alright? But with some of you right now, though, some of you definitely need to keep a positive attitude, okay? Regardless of what's happening around you. Some of you need to count your blessings. Don't take things personally, which are not yours anyway. If it's not your circus, not your monkey, don't take it personally, okay? Because new understandings and insight may come to you in the blink of an eye, okay, regarding this situation here. Especially if you're dealing with a Virgo who's gone within themselves and isolating themselves. Like I said, I felt somebody feeling anxious, anxiety, or going through some form of depression here, okay? And it could be causing a lot of arguments in the home or in the relationship for some of you, okay? Because for some of you right now, with the Hermit here, okay, somebody could be disguising how they're feeling, trying to make out everything's okay, or they could be starting arguments because they're trying to suppress what they're really feeling, okay? And for some of you right now, if it's not you, and this is somebody that you're around or in your energy, okay? The Hermit card is extremely a spiritual card, okay? And it's often to do with institutions or organizations, so this could be a lot of arguments in your work environment, okay? Some of you, it could be somebody to do with a bank or Christian church or something spiritual, even if you're an atheist, okay? Some of you though, some of you could be too focused on finding the truth about some matter. You might do better just to let it go and move forward with your life. This person could be digging into past, can't get over some past issues, so they're digging, okay? And in doing so, it's making them go within and isolate themselves from yourself, vice versa, okay? Somebody spend a lot of time alone, okay? Or they're being fearful about being around other people or being vulnerable to someone. But life is about vulnerability here, fire signs, okay? If it's regarding your work, some of you need to get to the bottom of some work issues here, which has been troubling you. Or your partner does, okay? If you got questions about something to do with your work environment, Mary, don't hesitate to ask questions, because it's not only for yourself, but also for other people to understand more about the way things are going at work, okay? Or the way things should be going, okay? Some of you though, you must remain kind of conscious of the fact that if there are current issues at work that are troublesome here, that you may in some way be contributing to them, I'm hearing, okay? That's for somebody, right? And for some of you right now, somebody from your past could be returning and wanting to rekindle the romance. Could be a Scorpio, Virgo, okay, coming in with passion, okay? But some of you need to ask yourself whether that's really what you want here, okay? Because if you're thinking about that you want nothing more than a romantic relationship, okay? For some of you right now, you need to look at your behavior. Because does it align with what you actually want? Because you have to be what you want, because who you are is what you draw, okay? And if you don't like something in that person. The only person you can change is yourself. So you need to look within you, because if that's in you, then that's the part in you that you need to change. And when you change that, then you'll be able then to send the energy out for somebody then who'll mirror back to you that form of energy. Okay? And what you sow, you shall surely reap. Okay? And for some of you, with your isolation here, okay? Are you making a point to meet people? I'm hearing here, okay? To reach out or make yourself available for a relationship, especially those who are by themselves here. Because some of you, yeah, some of you are trying to avoid getting hurt. Some of you are trying to avoid. Look, what is to be will be, okay? We're on this earth for a short period of time, okay? And we can't waste it and living in fear, because what you fear is what you draw, okay? Some of you need to kind of start thinking positive or start thinking negative, because some of you could be focusing on what could go wrong rather than what can go right, okay? And for somebody here, if you're already in a committed relationship, okay, it is important that you make a point to spend time, energy, and attention on each other, no matter how busy you are. Okay, you need to find that quality time, or make a date night. You know, number 2, every 2 weeks, you kind of spend time together. Every 2 months, you go out for a meal. Okay, or even every 2 days, sit down to go and say, catch up, reflect. How's your day going? How's your week been? You know, communicate. Okay. And for some of you right now, though, it seems to be a particularly good time to seek good advice and a good analyst, especially on your can't say the word now, your financial situation here. Because this is not a safe time, I'm hearing, to fly blind and just assume that everything will work out in the end. Because especially if you're relying on somebody here that's no longer reliable, or you can't expect anything from this person because they're unreliable, okay? Some of you could be dealing with somebody who's very selfish, very self-centered, I'm hearing. And some of you could be dealing with somebody here who's being very shady regarding the finances, okay? If you don't understand where your money comes from and where it's going and how to invest and so on, this is an excellent time, an important time to educate yourself, okay? Or to ask questions with somebody who's probably you're living with, where the finances are going, you know what I mean? Some of you need to see if it's balanced in the books, okay? Some of you do, I'm hearing as well, though, you need to kind of work on making more healthier choices for yourself, or healthy habits, because some of you's got some forms of addictions, I'm hearing, okay? That could be alcohol, drugs, sex addictions, shopaholic, you know, whatever it is, okay? But for some of you, if it's drugs or alcohol or sex addiction, it could end up affecting your health, okay? If you're going through a health issue, it won't be cured overnight, okay? Because you need to, whatever the habit that put you in there in the first place, it didn't came overnight, so it's the same way that to come out of it, it might even take a bit longer. It might be sooner to get in than it is to get out, I'm hearing, okay? But I mean, some of you still are spending too much time on your own, or the person you're dealing with is spending too much time on their own, okay? Yes, personal and private contemplation is important, okay? But also, I'm hearing fellowship with like-minded people is also important. Some of you may need to reach out, and some of you, you'll be glad you did, okay? Because There's insane chemistry. Some of you like each other equally and having fun. Okay, so you need to speak to people who are on the same energy as yourself right now. I'm hearing Sagittarius. And the card that crosses you is your relationship. Could be with a soulmate relationship with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, or some of you are in union, okay? Or friendship for some of you. Or some of you though, it's a soul contract, okay? You got a very close connection here because there's a lot of passion between you, okay? This is somebody here who's very disciplined, very controlled, okay? Very career oriented. This person very materialistic. They talk a lot about money and business and finances, okay? This could be a secure, wise and patient man here who's very grounded in this relationship. It's your soulmate, okay? But somebody's going through a lot of stress right now and it could be causing arguments or between you, but it's telling you, say, don't take it personally. It's just something that they're going through right now, okay? Because in the past, or some of you, remember this is the time is reading, it's either already happened, happening now, or will happen. Somebody here wants to come in with some form of apology here with the Knight of Cups in the past here, okay? Somebody could be sending some form of invitation to some form of event here, okay? That's for somebody, right? But for some of you, somebody could be offering their cup of love, okay? And for others, with the Knight of Cups here, this person's very optimistic, okay? It's very good to see when it's upright like this. Somebody could be coming in with a message, okay? Could be some good news that you're waiting on. And for some of you, things could have been going well in the past here, okay? Or you're likely to be feeling charged up, ready for action, okay? But when it's upright like this, it means good news, particularly in the realms of matters of the heart, okay? To be headed your way soon. And that's for somebody, right? It could have started off like that in the past, okay? Some of you, if it concerns your work, you're likely to move ahead in a positive way sooner than you expected in the past. Some of you, though, you need to pat yourself on the back, okay? And be proud of your accomplishments, that things that you've accomplished. You might not be where you want to be, but you're sure where you used to be. You moved, okay? And you put, and the contribution that you put in as well, okay? Some of you, if you are single, and this card often indicates someone is about to sweep you off your feet here, okay? And for some of you, that can indicate some final commitment or marriage, okay? That you could have got married to this person here, or living together, or in a very deep commitment with this person. And for some of you, you even have good news about your finances as well, okay? Because you've got the 10 of Pentacles here. Some of you could have got married to this person, okay? In the past. And could have been with that person for 10 years or more for some of you, okay? Some of you definitely was in a stable relationship or a committed relationship, okay? Some of you, there could have been a lot of, you could have financially invested in this relationship or union here, or it could be a lot of family ties here. Some of you could be thinking about even purchasing property or fixing up property, okay? And for some of you right now, you couldn't have met your material wishes will be met, perhaps to a degree, okay? That you would not even have thought possible at some point. Things was really going bad, really. Heard it going bad, you know. Oh my goodness. I just heard things were going, it looked like things was really going good, but somebody here I'm hearing could have been I'm looking at the past here and saying things are going good, and then ahead, no, it's going bad. So for some of you, it was going bad. Some of you were dealing with somebody who was unfaithful. Okay, somebody could have gone through some financial failure, or somebody was feeling very lonely, even though they was in a marriage or in a relationship. Okay, there could have been some family disconnection in the past, or somebody's fortune could have been decreased and not getting as much as they used to have. Somebody could even have made a poor investment by even marrying this person in the past. That's what somebody feels, okay? Because we got the Grim Reaper to say the relationship is over. There's no second chances. Some of you are going through a transformation right now. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, so they may have the combination of both. But it's showing here someone's not going to get a second chance here, because somebody could have been unfaithful in a 10-year committed relationship. Okay, somebody was emotionally unavailable, somebody was wearing a mask. Okay, now what's ahead of you here is you got the Star. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or some of you here still got hope. Okay, or somebody still got hope here. Okay, somebody could be healing. Okay, trying to get balance in their life, to go and say have some equal give and take here for someone here. All right, for some of you here, whenever all hope is lost, it will appear that to prove that you have really lost nothing, except perhaps your sight of the path to enlightenment. Okay, and in the absence of sight here, the Star will light your ways. It's a light that's blinding flash or lightning bolt off a tower. Okay, for somebody. Okay, but a soft radiant glow this is, that warms and comforts rather than burning and destroying here. You must remember though, fire signs, that both of these energies ultimately come from the same place in the sky. Okay, from heaven. After the light of the tower destroys the false path you were following, then the kinder and gentle light comes in. You know, after the storm comes the calm, kind of thing. After darkness comes light. Okay, for some of you though, you still have hope. Okay, and for some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Okay, some of you is likely to find yourself feeling more inspired. You're feeling more hopeful about the future, more confident. Okay, you feel like your emotional and your financial needs are being met. Okay, and this is the very spiritual card as well, fire signs. You may find yourself for a time feeling at one with all creation. So savor that. Okay, it's a good omen, this card. Okay, especially if you start thinking positive. Okay, for those who are thinking positive, make sure and just focus on what you do want and not on what you don't. I'm hearing. Okay, some of you need to kind of focus on what are the changes that you would like to make or see in your life. Okay, and make a list, because you can accomplish nearly anything that you set out to do now. Some of you are thinking big, because you're manifesting miracles here. Your dream is soon to become reality. Some of you need to trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance, I'm hearing. Because the card that clarifies the Star is the Five of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Okay, you don't feel you're getting any you wish for some form of assistance from this person. Okay, because somebody could be going through some form of poverty or giving up, or going through some form of spiritual poverty for somebody here. Okay, somebody could be healing. Okay, after being left out in the cold or gone through some financial difficulty where there was no healing or forgiving and things like that. Okay, that's for someone here, right? But you got the Five of Pentacles here, and that's reverse. Okay, so for some of you right now, you have given up on this relationship. There is no second chance for somebody here. Okay, and for some of you right now, it could be spiritual poverty you're going through right now. But it seems like somebody's experiencing some form of humbling blow to one's self-esteem here. Okay, because this could have been brought about by many ways. Okay, it shows a loss. Okay, that somebody could have even brought upon himself. Some of you it's a spiritual loss, some of you it's a material loss, I'm hearing. Okay, this definitely is a dark night on the soul that some of you could be healing from here. Because for some of you right now, with the Five of Pentacles here reversed like this, okay, you can point to a time when this is what you wish to come out from, that you wish to kind of move from feeling not very secure into feeling more safer. Whether it's because you realize the time has come to reach out to others, or because you're beginning to see some form of concrete new perspective here. But this is a very good thing here, because some of you right now, you was praying to come out of some financial difficulty here, or being left out in the cold. Okay, for some of you still right now, in the recent past, you may have felt left out in the cold, as though everyone but you had everything made in the shade, some of yous. But that feeling's passing for some of yous now. Okay, your confidence should be beginning to renew now, and you should trust any reasons you're feeling for being upbeat. Think positive. I keep hearing that. Just think positive here, fire signs. Okay, if it's about work, some of you may be moving beyond the place of feeling stuck when this card appears here. Okay, there's new opportunities maybe suddenly be on the horizon. Okay, some of you though, I'm hearing, don't hesitate to move forward with confidence. Okay, yes, the pair is just behind you here. You may have been a bit bleak, but that doesn't mean that the future will be bleak too. Okay, so think positive and go after what you want and need, I'm hearing. Okay. And for some of you, you may have felt that something that has been holding you back sort of breaking free right now. Okay, especially in your love life. Okay, suddenly you feel more open to love, more able to take the chance of being vulnerable when this happens here for some of you. Okay, almost magically for some of you. You may even find yourself receiving more love. Some of you are being more open. Okay, if you're already in a committed relationship, some of your relationship may even draw closer because that's what you want, or that's what your wish is. Okay, the only problem this card can point to, if it's regarding a relationship, okay, is that it has been built on it's us against the cold, cruel world to survive here. If you have that attitude, then that needs to change here, because it's not just me, myself, and I attitude here. Okay, or it's just us against the world. No, we're all connected here. I'm hearing here, Sag. Okay, again, Sagittarius, you're coming up strong in this fire sign reading. Okay, maybe Sagittarius needs to hear this message. Okay, if it's regarding your finances, okay, fire signs, and you've been worried about money, it seems as though the worry is about to lift here. Something is coming through that allows you to kind of breathe easier. And for some of you, you finally know through and through that you're going to be alright financially. Okay, You just need to do your part here, fire signs, and don't hesitate to ask for help or advice if you need it. And for some apparent reason, for some of you, you might be feeling much more better in your health, or physically for some of you, if you was worrying about your health. You just need to start thinking positive. Okay? But for some of you right now, though, you feel you're not getting your wish and it's not enough. Some of you are frustrated in your relationship. Some of you are lacking confidence. Some of you are self-sabotaging through fear, ego, issues with jealousy for some of you. And there is going to be no second chance. To keep hearing that one. Okay. Some of you will be meeting a soulmate. Okay, once you actually end one cycle to begin something new. And what you focus on seems to be the Three of Pentacles, a third-party situation. There could be a lot of arguments in the working environment as well as in the home. Nobody seems to be working as a team. Okay, there seems to be a third party involved here. Okay, somebody here could be putting holes in the boat. Okay, that's for somebody. Okay, somebody's more of a hindrance than them help, I'm hearing. Okay, and for some of you, with the Three of Pentacles here reversed like this, okay, if it's regarding your work, it's a warning that is not the time to kind of allow yourself to slack off. Okay, because your work seems to be the part that you're focusing on right now. It's important time to give your best and not settle for the simplest solutions here, I'm hearing. If you do it that way, you're likely to find yourself with much success, I'm hearing. Okay, just give your best, put your best foot forward here, hearing fire signs. Okay, just make sure your work is up to standard. Okay, and I'm hearing, because there's a lot of conflict in the home and everything, and I see jealousy around and all that. Okay, and don't not allow yourself to give to any feelings of jealousy or pettiness. Some of you need to take the higher road here. Okay, be the bigger person, I'm hearing. Okay, and some of you, if you are looking to add to your family, this is the time when fertility can be higher than usual. So if you're not, it's time for protection. Okay, and if you're looking for love, for some of you right now, this is a good time to meet people, particularly through your work, I'm hearing. Okay, but I'm hearing, however, though, just beware a tendency to overly be subservient or to behave as though you are less than the potential love partner you're meeting. You need to hold your head up. You are above them, not below. Okay, we're equals. Okay, we're yin yang. Okay, someone's not the head and somebody's not the foot. Alright, so we're all connected here. Now the card that clarifies that is the King of Swords. You could be dealing with somebody who might have air and earth in the chart. That could be overcritical, very opinionated, very dominating. There could even be some form of violent here, because someone's being very selfish or vengeful here and manipulative. Somebody's being very abusive in this partnership that's causing kind of a third party situation involved. Okay, this person could be the cause of the relationship breakup. Okay, because card that clarifies that is meeting someone new. Okay? Somebody could be out there, going back out there dating here, and in a third party situation, but somebody here is very malicious. It's very cold in this partnership. Could even be somebody you work with or somebody you're dating. It's very cutting with their words. I've got you in a third party situation here. Okay? They may have air in the chart, like I said, it could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay? Or they may have this in their chart. Okay? But you got this King of Swords here, and he's reversed. Okay? This is somebody here that you need to avoid. Okay, I'm hearing, right? Because for some of you right now, if this is somebody you're working with, okay, and you're having a lot of conflict in your work environment, this King of Swords here, especially when it's reversed, usually represents a powerful, opinionated, forceful man in your life. Okay? You will often, but not always, have hair in the darker end of the spectrum. Okay? He's not particularly open to new ways of doing things. Okay? And this person, like you're saying, it's going to be difficult for you to get this person to open up. You know, even try to change. I'm hearing. That's why it's causing a lot of conflict. Okay? Could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Or Scorpio. Maybe not Scorpio in the chart. Okay? For some of you, though, this King of Swords here, that some of you could be dating, they may have Earth and Air in the chart. Okay? Could be representing a literal man in your life. Some of you is going to need to accept that you can't always change anyone's mind here. Okay? If they want to date, they're going to date. If they're going to get out there and start dating, you can't control that. The only person you can control is yourself. Okay? Sometimes the best you can hope for is compromise here. Okay? Fire signs. Because being forceful or like a bully yourself is not going to change anything. In fact, it's likely to have the opposite effect I'm hearing. Okay? Yeah, that's for somebody. But if it's in your working environment, some of you could be holding back from saying things that would be helpful for him to be saying, or some of you need to keep your ear to the ground and listen carefully. Okay? And if you are looking for work, some of you could be dealing with somebody who's stereotypical, a man's man. May be in a position to hire you. Okay? But it seems like you're going to have to impress this person. Okay? On all levels to get the job. Okay? For some of you, though, some of you need to stress your understanding of tradition and the importance of following the rules to somebody, but then again, I tell you, this person may not listen. Okay? You may want to explain things to this person, but they don't want to know. Okay? Some of you could be dealing with somebody who has narcissistic tendencies here. Okay? Because this person seems to be a strong but forceful, opinionated man here. Okay? That could be involved with a third party here. That's involved in a relationship or friendship or working environment. Okay? If it's somebody that you're in a relationship with, it means you're going to have to accept him as he is here. Or she is. Whether you are male or female. Okay? I just said somebody could also be into male and female. Somebody could be bisexual. Okay? That's for somebody. But if you're dealing with somebody here who's very cutting with the word, puts you down, speaks to you harshly, degrades you, manipulates you, okay? He's very selfish and self-centered, okay? Don't put up with this being mistreated here, fire signs, okay? This man can walk the line between being stereotypical manly, overstepping his bounds, okay? But some of you need to protect yourself, okay? And also do not accept dishonesty from this man. This man's man anyway. Or not, no matter who it is. Don't accept no disrespect, I hear, okay? Not for somebody, right? But some of you need to be very meticulously right now regarding your finances, because you could easily find mistakes which have been made, and some or all of it could be in your favor for someone, okay? And if some of you can't face slogging through your books on your own, ask for or hire help. That's for somebody I'm hearing. You might be very pleasantly surprised, I'm hearing. Because for some of you, yes, you could be again dealing with or working with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, okay? This is somebody here who could be more focused and very materialistic. Some of you could be dealing with a workaholic, okay? That spends a lot of time at work, okay? And for some of you right now, some of you could have been in a stable, committed relationship with this person for a numerous long time for some of you, okay? And for some of you right now, somebody here who could be dealing with somebody here who's very materialistic, very, okay? This person though is a hard worker though, alright? Somebody could be receiving some good news regarding some, every time I'm going to say some, right, I'm about to say, I heard one thing, you're going to hear some good news regarding your finances, but there's also been a betrayal. I'm going to say that too, okay? Some of you finally going to receive some news you was waiting on, okay? It's going to be good news for somebody here, okay? Not going to be like you won the lottery though for somebody though, if that's what you're waiting on. But the night does tell us to kind of pay attention to the kind of mundane and normal part of your life here, okay? A wise man once said here, fire sign, take care of the little things and the big things will fall into place, okay? Because the Knight of Pentacles is actually to look at how you're handling your affairs in the grounding influence. Because like I said, some of you may need to get grounded, okay? Go and hug a tree, you know, walk on the grass barefoot, right? But now is not the time to suggest overthrow any form of traditional ways of doing things here, I'm hearing. Some of you need to work within an existing system, especially at work, to accomplish what people expect you to accomplish. If you are looking for work, this can be a good omen here, okay? That's ahead of you here, that's on your mind. You need is for coming here. But it wants that in interviews, etc., that you will need to come across as dependable and even keeled, and that you're unlikely to be looking for a quick way in or a quick way out, that you're going to be somebody that's going to be able to be dependable, reliable, sustainable, I'm hearing, okay? And with some of you regarding your love life, it could point to somebody here who's very responsible and has a duty in part of your love relationship, or this is what kind of some of you has got your mind, the kind of person you want who's very responsible, okay, and very committed. Because love is not all about wine and roses, okay? Fire sign, true love is willingness to work together to get through any rough spots and to work on the relationship. Because some of you could be in your mind, you want to work on the relationship because, yeah, it's your soulmate. Yes, there's been a betrayal, okay? In the past day, for some of you, somebody could have ended a marriage and coming towards you. that's more stable. Okay. Some of you need to ask yourself though, how well are you kind of meeting your responsibilities here? Because if you are looking for love, okay, there's a clear signal that you need to vary your routine and try new things if you want to meet someone, because like I said, change is coming for somebody here and somebody needs to adapt to the change. Okay, especially if you want to meet someone new. Some of you need to kind of change the places you go out to in the past, you know, the usual haunts that you used to go to. Okay, it's time to change that, go to somewhere else, because if you go to the same place, you're going to make the same people, same script, different cast. Try somewhere else. Okay, that's for somebody. Because for some of you right now, you also could be dealing with somebody here who's could be in a friendship with, who's a hard worker, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. They may have both in the chart. Okay, but there could be some form of celebration here, or you could be meeting this person within the community or a party. Okay. I just heard though, be careful that this person that you meet don't put you in a third party situation. Okay, because this could be somebody here who's also could be very manipulative. Okay, somebody here could put in a third party situation. Somebody could have some form of addictions, or somebody could have stepped out and had an affair in the working environment while they was working. That's for somebody. Okay, it's just a warning I'm hearing. Okay, that this is an important time to focus squarely on your work. Okay, and if you're working for money, this is the time to be as adult as possible if you want to be successful here, because somebody isn't being, I'm hearing, I just said, that's it, that's what I'm going to tell you. Somebody isn't being, okay, somebody isn't being responsible. Someone's not being an adult, someone's being immature in hearing. Okay, for some of you though, if it's not you and you're dealing with somebody who's like this, okay, although this person may be feeling somewhat listless or rather unexcited about what's going on in their life, because you have to remember here, somebody here is in isolation here. Could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or they may have Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer in a chart. Okay, and for some of you right now, this person it's important to realize that the only person that can change, that is you. Okay, you can't change nobody else. I keep hearing, and some of you need to learn something new and open yourself up to change. Okay, but like they say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Okay, because some of you feel like it's either in or out. Okay, and you throw the whole thing away. But no, I hear take the good, leave the bad. Okay, and I heard for somebody here, no matter what the configuration is of your working life, working for yourself or working at a job, okay, it is tremendously important when you pull a card like this, okay, that you do your best, I'm hearing here, fire sign, to appear focused and hard working. Okay, I'm very methodical about your work, because if you start slacking off now for any reason, it will create major loss in your life, especially work wise. So just pay attention here. Okay, and for somebody here, if you're in a relationship and you could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus who can't show their feelings more, or somebody here is a little bored with their love life right now, the major way is through communication. Okay? If you are in a committed relationship, for some of you right now, most people are not mind readers, I'm hearing. Okay? You need to ask for what you want and need, and you may well get it. Okay? That's for somebody. But if you're looking for love, this is not the time to settle down for somebody here. It's far better to let any prospective partner to know up front, I'm hearing, because some of you are not ready to settle down or be in a committed relationship. Okay? Some of you are just looking for a good time now to just party and have fun. Okay? But some of you need to be honest with yourself and with others if that's what you want to do. Okay? Because nobody but you can make your life exciting here, fire signs. Okay? Or somebody could be doing that with you. They're out there partying, having fun, or put you in a third party situation. Okay? But your financial situation should be becoming stable here. At least anyway. But some of you though, you need to do your best with what you have. Because this is not a time to gamble at all, I'm hearing. Not at all. Not in your relationship, not with your job, not with the bookie or race or whatever gambles do. Okay? Your health will improve. Okay, for somebody here who's having health conditions or have a health condition, yeah, your health is going to improve from hearing. Okay? Some of you need to start eating right, exercising, taking your vitamins, getting enough sleep. Okay? But this is not a time for any extreme sports, I'm hearing. Okay? Some of you though are workaholics. Or you're dealing with somebody who is a workaholic. Okay? Some of you need to give yourself the time and space to explore the other side to your being. Talk to people that are more into spiritual things than you are, or see what they have to say which resonates with you. But some of you need to allow your spirit rest, and some of you need to consider some form of meditation. Okay? But like I said about this King of Pentacles, some of you could be dealing with somebody here who's very materialistic, somebody who isn't grounded and could have put you in a third party situation, because the card that clarifies that was the girl with the snake. Some of you could have been dealing with somebody who was narcissist, someone who was being charmed or used, and some of you need to set some boundaries with somebody that could have put you in a third party situation. And if somebody is taking the time to return back to you for a reunion, some of you need to set some boundaries to certain things you're not going to accept. Okay? Some of you are going through a transformation, so you're not going to accept certain things. If somebody put you in a third party before, they're not going to put you in a third party now. Okay? If you accepted a certain way of being treated before, you're not going to accept it now. Okay? Because for some of you, it's not enough. You're very frustrated in this relationship. Okay? You could be dealing with somebody here who's up in their ego or going through some form of depression or anxiety. Okay? And they could be taking out on you. But like I said, don't take it personally. Not your circus, not your monkey. If this resonates with you, fire signs, please like, share, follow. I send you love and light. Namaste.